Hi all, so welcome to the next tutorial. Today we will cover the behavior tree part. So we will cover this whole list. First, the introduction to behavior tree and its component. Next, we will see how we can connect the behavior tree with the AI. Next, we will see what is composite nodes and the task node in the behavior tree, what is Blackboard, and if time allows, then we will cover how we can create the custom task in C++. So let's begin with the tutorial. Previously, we have created the AI senses part, the sight part, and the hearing part. Like if I pick up the gun and start shooting, then I should get this message. I saw him, so it was working there. So we have for the behavior tree. So what is behavior tree? Behavior tree is the mechanism which Unreal provides to provide the intelligence to the AI. It is in the short form. So let's create a behavior tree so you can get the more input. So let's create a folder. Okay, I'm inside the character folder. So AI brain. AI brain. Okay, so now just click right and we have artificial intelligence option. Then you can choose behavior tree. So it is AI behavior tree. Just BT underscore AI brain. Okay, so this is the behavior tree. Now in behavior tree, like we have in our function class, we have variables to store the data. So in the same form, behavior tree requires variable thing, so which we call the Blackboard. So if you click right and go to artificial intelligence, it is saying Blackboard. So AI Blackboard BB underscore AI data. So we have created these two. First we will link these two. Just open the behavior tree. See at the right, if you will see, it is already connected. Okay, if it is not, then you can just click this button and just choose your Blackboard. So this is the what we call the behavior tree root. So there are mainly two type of nodes. One is composite node and one is the task node. What is the difference with these two? So like the composite node is like a papa node, like a parent node, and the task node is like a child node. Okay, so if I start to create some tree, then the like I'm not I'm not talking about the root part, but in the intermediate tree, these will be all the composite node, and in the end part, when you will create the leaves, these all will be the task node. So now you know the difference between these two. The composite node are in the middle, and at the leaf side it will be the task node. Okay, so what is the difference between two? The composite node are like they will take decision how you will run the path. Like first you want to go this way or you want to go parallel. So these things will decided by the composite node. Now what task to do, it will be decided by the leave node. Okay, so these are the major difference between these two. So let's look in the composite node and in and the task node. So Unreal provides some default one. Like if I am just dragging the button, it is saying composite, because with root we can't directly put the task. So there are three type of composite node. First is selector, second is sequence, third one is simple parallel. With parallel, it is obvious, like the parallel replies. If you have root here and if I have put the parallel composite here and you have two leave node, then these two will run in parallel. So this is what the simple parallel do. Second is sequence. So sequence is like if you have three task node, so it will start working from the left and if this work is done, then it will shift to second. If this work is done, then it will shift to third. If anything like go fails, like this return false, like then it will just stop here, okay, and the tree will go back and start from the root. So this is for the sequence node. Third one is selector. Selector is just like sequence, but it is just the opposite. Like it is the selector node. If we have 3 leaves, and if task 1 is true, it will like if it is true, it will not shift to the second. It will again repeat the first task. Like it will do it again and again. If first task fail, oh sorry, just deleted that. So we were at the selector. Like if this is the selector node, and if we have 3 leaves, okay. So if first one returns true, it will not shift to the second, okay. It will only shift to the second if first one is false. So if it returns false, then it will shift to the second. If it returns false, then it will shift to the third. If it also returns false, then that whole node will return false. So these are the 3 composite nodes. Now we will look at some task node. Let's imagine I am going for the selector or the sequence. Okay. So in sequence, what we have, like now I can choose the task node. See, I am drawing the tree. So now I have both. I can put composite node and the task node both. So in the task node, we have some basic tasks which are pre-built in the Unreal. So there are some, like you can make noise, you can move to, you can use play animation, you can play sound. These are some basic tasks, and you can override this task and you can create your custom task too, which is our last thing to do in our today's tutorial. So this was for the this was for the introduction to the behavior tree. So today what we will do, okay, so now we will create a behavior tree for our AI, for our existing AI. So for this to work, let's create some variables in the backboard. So we have one pre-built one, which is self actor. So first key I want is the object type, which is playing character. This will be of the object type. So next key I want to be the vector. I will rename it as the target location. Okay, now yes, I need one more thing also. Like I want the AI, like if some AI is moving in the normal way, then he is in the normal mode. Just imagine, like I shoot that guy or I try to hit that guy, then he will become angry. So we will use enum. So just right click and go to okay, enum. I forgot where is that. Okay, it is in the blueprint. It is enumeration. Okay, I will rename it as AI modes. SE_AI modes. So I want to have 2 options. First is like the default one. It will be a happy mode or the normal mode. Happy. So it is the default mode of any AI. Yeah. Okay. Now next one I want to be to have the angry mode. Okay. When player try to mess with AI. So we have our enumeration ready. So we will get back our blackboard. Just click the new key, and I will create a new key as the enum, and I will rename this as current mode or the AI current mode. Okay, now just click over this key type, and here you can select the enum type. I want that enum type to be E_AI mode. Okay, just click save. So we are done with the Blackboard part. Now we will switch it back to the behavior tree. Now what I want, that I have the root here. I want the AI like to choose from the two. Like if I am happy, I will go to some random direction, and if I am angry, then I will go to the player and I will hit the player. Okay, this is for the our today's task. So how we will achieve that? I will just drag that and use the sequence node or the selector node. Why we are using selector? Because just a second, here I will do go to, just use task, and I will use move to some location. But before that, I want to use, just wait a minute, selector, I will put this, and here I will put a decorator. I haven't told you about the decorator, so just bear with me for a minute. Or actually, see, I have told you about the composite node, I have told you about the task node. So the third type is the decorator node. These are just true or false values, like before executing the task, if you want to check something, like if based on these values, obviously, like if our AI can see us, then move to that AI, like these conditions. There are pre-built decorator, or you can create your custom decorator too, which we will do in further tutorials. Okay, so we will use a decorator called the Blackboard. Wait. Okay. Yes, we will use a decorator of Blackboard based condition. So what does it say? This decorator means, like if you have chosen a key, like I am choosing a key, Blackboard key, the AI current mode, and I am setting if this value is happy. Okay, if the AI current mode is happy, then I want to execute this. Or else what I will do, I will just, now I will click this, I am just Control C Control V this node, I will just click angry. So here I have put the Blackboard condition, I have put the decorator, in which I am checking if my current Blackboard value is equals to happy. If it is, then go down, or else selector will select another node. So in another node, I am just checking for, like if my AI current mode is equal to angry, then go below. Okay, so I am just going for the random node. Like for this, if I am angry, I will move to the, see, now this task node is for the move to, and it takes some target, like to where to go. So just click here, go down, and here in Blackboard key, just select where you want to go. I want to go to the playing character, but it is not showing. Okay, just a minute. So it is not showing me the playing character because if I go back to the Blackboard, I haven't set the base class, because object is the parent class of all. So just click below, and I want to be it as the actor class. Okay, or to be specific, what I can do, I can choose like a base character. If you remembered in previous tutorial, in C++ we have created the character, and C underscore base character was our the parent character. So I'm just clicking over that, and what we will do, just go to the behavior tree, click on the move to, and here in blackboard key we can choose the playing character. So this is it. Now we cannot use this key. So see, if I am happy, I have to choose some random location. So I have to create, so we have to create a task which is not provided by the Unreal. So we will create a new task in C++. So how we will do that? So first we will look the blueprint type, BP type. Just click the new task, and the new task is created. It is as simple as that. So just go to the content drawer in character in brain. So in the same folder you will see that there is a new task is created, and it gives the random name, so you can change it from here. So what you can do, just see what is the parent class here. So BT task blueprint base. So what we will do, we will create the same thing in the C++. So just delete it. I was just showing you how to do that. So just go to the C++ class GTA6. Under the character, I will create the new class. It will be of the type BTT task. See, there are different type of classes which you can choose, but I want for the BTT task node. They are different type. You can override them also. For now, we will work with this. Just click next. I want it in the brain folder or the AI brain. AI brain. Just click over to the create class. Just switch back to the Visual Studio and remove these folders, because it will give you some bugs. Now just go back to Unreal to check if the things are good there. Okay, until it is compiling, what we can do, first I will create the constructor. So in the public, just click reload all. Okay, I think Unreal is done. About to, okay, just okay, this. Under the constructor, I will set the node name. And okay, so our Unreal is ready. Just go back to the task, and here just type node name. It is not working, I guess. And I will rename it as choose random location, or it will give some ugly name to this node, so that is why I am using this function. Now see, one more thing, to use this custom task, you need to include the what do we call it, module. So I think I have included this in previous video also, the GTA6.build.cs, and for the custom task you have to include the gameplay tasks. Okay, so just make sure that you have included these strings. So now in the header file, just look for the parent class. It is ubt task node. If I click left with left control button, if I click here we have the four functions to override. Okay, so we have these three functions are mainly important. We will cover this on message afterwards in future tutorial. Execute task is like when your task when your node has started the work. Okay, aborted the task like you have finished the task, and the tick is the same function as tick in the blueprint, so there is nothing to mention about it. So what we will do, we will just go to the execute task. So for execute task, this is the function. Just copy this whole definition and go to our task node. Okay, so okay, we will include that in protected, and make sure if you have put that override keyword, and copy this whole, just click this, and here it will generate our implementation. So this is implemented. Make sure if you override any function, make sure to call this super. Okay, now this thing is done, or else you will get weird errors. There was a time which like I don't know this thing, and I have wasted my whole day just because of this super class. Okay, so this is the starting of the of this node. So and we have to return the this et node result. So for this I am just returning it, return ebt node result succeeded. There are different results which you can pass. Succeeded, that you have finished as success, you have finished as a failure, it is finished aborted with failure. Okay, you are like stopped working in the mid, and this is in the progress if you haven't finished yet. So okay, so let's start our coding first. What we want to look at our current location, like our AI current location. How we will do that? F vector on location. So we have this owner component, and owner component is held by our AI only. So owner component dot get owner dot get actor location. So now we have our pawn location. Next thing what we want to include is there is a function in there is a function called get random point in navigation radius. So if you know that function, let me show you. Get random point navigation radius. So this function is available, like if you will hover over this node, in the below line it is saying the target is navigation system v1. So we know the class to include, and it takes origin and the radius, like if we have our AI here, and as origin you have specified this, and for radius you have specified this. So in the whole area it will give you some random location. So this is what these functions do. So I will just delete that, and we will use this function. And for that we have a class called uNavigation system v1, navigation system v1. We don't have it yet. Okay, we have. Okay, I have ReSharpen installed. That is why I am getting this. Or else what you can do, just type navigation system on Google and you will get this header file. It is easy to get. So the function was first thing what you have to do, you have to get the current nav location. So just create that f nav location, and we will name it nav location. Okay, now get current Okay, I want the navigation data of current world. So now what this function will do, it will write the current navigation data. Okay, so just we will now call that function get random point in navigation or get random reachable point in radius. This is good. Like it will not give you any position where AI can't reach. So I will use this function instead. So let's start filling this boy. First is the get world. Okay. Next is origin, which is spawn location. Next is radius. I will keep it as 1000. Comma. Next is we have to include the navigation data. See, if you will not provide anything, then it will pick the default navigation data which you have put it in the game. Okay, so I will keep it as default for now. Now we have the random location, and this function will write that random location in our nav. Okay, I think this function will write that that location. So the reachable location. Perfect. Okay, but it is saying that this function is deprecated now, so we will use our previous version only. So get random point in navigation map area. Okay, so just delete this, and here we have to give origin, pawn location, next the radius, and next you have to put the nav location where you want to put the data. So it is saying you nav end. Okay, so it will fill this variable. Just delete this. So we have our location now. So now what we have to do is, if you just go back to the behavior tree and switch back to the blackboard, I want to shift this information to this variable, the target location. So how we will do that? So in Blueprint it is like get blackboard, its target is get controller, get AI controller, and if you want to like, put set value as something. So this is the function to like do this task. Like if you want to put some data in the blackboard, so you have to this function call the controller, get the blackboard of that controller, and you have to set the value. Like if we have different type, like it is a f vector, so I will put the f vector. So it like its name is target location. Okay, so just delete this. I will use that set as vector. Why I have chosen as vector? Because the target location type is vector, and here I will put some vector, and here I will choose the literal name, and here I will put the same variable name, the target location. Just copy and paste here. So this is the way how we will do it in the Blueprint. So we will use the same method. We will get the controller, then we will call the blackboard, and we will set the key inside that. Okay, so just switch back to the Visual Studio, and here I will call the owner.com dot get blackboard component dot set value as. Okay, it is not writing the functions because we haven't included this function is this functions write the u blackboard component, and we don't have its definition in our class, so we will include it first. So it is of the type the U Blackboard component. So there is a shortcut method with which you can include the header file. Just click Control button and click this, and here just hover over this, and you can have the path. See, I have I'm hovering over. So the path is behavior tree / Blackboard component. So I will go back to our CPP file and I will include it. Include behavior tree / behavior Blackboard component. So we have its definition now. Now we can access that function, I think. Okay, perfect. Now we can use it. So what do I need? I need the location to save right there, right? And it is a type of vector. Goal class name. So we have vector here. Now at the first we have to include the name of that variable, and its variable name is the target location. Now, so I will just copy because slight mistake in that, so it will give you an error. So f name, I'm just filling this area. Now here we want the location, so just nav location dot location. So we have everything done. Return. Okay, we have an error. Okay, so that was the false error. So next thing, if you have doubt that in the blueprint we were doing with the controller, so we can do that here too, but we have direct access to the behavior tree component. That is why we can do this directly. If you want it the controller way, what you can do, you can owner comp dot get owner. Get owner will write. Don't go on get owner. Just call that get AI owner. It will write the AI controller. Okay, it is not giving you the access, so you have to include AI controller too. So just for the sake, AI controller .h. Okay, now I can use this, I guess. Perfect. So here we have our controller get Blackboard component. See, now I can do the same thing which I was doing above. I can do the same thing, but we have the behavior tree component already, so we are doing this directly. Okay, so just delete this, and I don't need this too. And let's compile. Just Control S and Control Shift P. Now switch back to our behavior tree until it is compiling. Go to the behavior tree. Now I want, if our AI is happy, I want to call this node. Okay, and its name is random location. Let's see, it's random. No, random. Come on. Okay, let's my BT task node. My BT task node. Choose random location. Perfect. So we can access our task like this. Okay, it is building. It's a success, so we can test it out. Okay, so go back to the Unreal and switch back to the location. Just to make sure that you have navigation area, or else it will not work. I have pressed the P key. If you haven't included this, you can do just the place sector in volumes. You should have nav mesh bound volume. Okay, so you can put here and press P, so the green area will come. So let's hope for the best and switch back to our AI behavior tree and press Ctrl P just to run the game. And so here we can see if our behavior tree is running or not. Okay, it is not because we haven't connected this behavior tree with our AI. So we have to include this in our AI only. So just go back to the Visual Studio and see AI character. Great. And here just go to the CPP, and I want to so we have to give this connection in after that begin play. We don't have that function yet, so we will override that function. I think that function was in protected. Okay, so that function was so protected virtual void begin play. I'm overriding this. Come on, give me that. Yes. Okay, this is working fine. Now, what we will do in our AI, first I have overridden it, so I will just call super begin play. Perfect. And here I will call AI controller. Okay, it's a pointer, so pawn controller equals to cast AI controller get controller. What I'm doing here, like with get controller, I will get the controller of character class, and I know that it is the AI, so and I'm using the AI controller as the parent class, so it will write it as a success. So pawn controller dot run. Okay, so we don't have the AI controller header file, so we will include this. So include AI controller. Okay, what was that? AI controller dot h. Okay, perfect. So now I can access this dot run behavior tree. Now I have to give a variable of type B u behavior tree, which we don't have, so we will create it. So behavior tree bt underscore AI. Okay, so I don't have its definition, so just I will create a variable in our public class, and I want to the u property class behavior tree. So Control Shift B to compile this. Perfect. It's a success. So what we will do, just go to the Unreal and we will open the MAI character. Click here, and here you should have a variable called bt underscore AI, and here you can connect the behavior tree. Now we have connected the behavior tree with our AI. Now everything should work fine, hopefully. So finger cross, Alt P. Okay, perfect. See, now our AI is, our tree is working, and we are setting the target location, but it is choosing that location too fast, and we are not moving to some target location, we are just setting that target location, right? So what we will do, just okay, what I want to do, like after choosing the location, I want to move that target location, and selector will not go to the right if first one is running. So what we will do, I will do the sequence. I will just drag this here and I will do like this and I will delete this. And keep looking for these numbers like 0, 1, 2, then this right part will come afterwards. So okay, now I have chosen some location. Now I will move to that location. So move to, and where I want to move to, I want to move to that target location, and I will wait for some time and wait for 5 seconds, and I will do the same task again. So so now control P. See, now everything works fine. If you like check this here, like it is waiting for 5 seconds, it is going to the some random location which it is choosing. See here, the location, first location is this. After 5 seconds it has changed. So this was the today's tutorial, and for today sponsor, this is the app. So this is a gym app. If you are at home, because of COVID you can't go out to gym, so you can use this app. I will give the link of this app. It is totally free. It doesn't have in-app purchases like the other app, so please go and use it, as they have done some fantastic work. And here, if here you can choose different options, like if you don't have machines in your home, just uncheck that. If you don't have cable or benches, you can uncheck that and click the start button to start. After the start button, it will show you, okay, you have to choose your level. Next it will start exercise like this. It will show you some exercise which you have to do, and it will start. So this was for today's tutorial, and for that app link, this is the app Mr. M Workout, and this is the link. I will put the link in the description. Thank you for your support. Please like and subscribe. If you have any problem or